Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Black Flight by Historic Wings and Thomas Van Hare. Um, I've been having trouble keeping my train of thought here lately, so I haven't been recording a lot. But figure I'm safe. Going over my squadron setup and at least getting a game day set up. It'll probably be a relatively slow video, but it kind of helped go over the Vasamaj a little bit too. A couple of disclaimers, charts and orders. That tab will not be in the one you download online. I will not give that away. I think the designers of these games deserve what they can get for it. Particularly, I know Thomas tends to reinvest his back into production of the next in the line. So support the hobby, guys. Don't try to skirt around it. And actually, the I got the deluxe too because I liked what I saw. And if I can get a good coverable game table, I'll play that on there soon. I've got it in the process. It's just been like a long pull your nails kind of transition with all the tariffs and everything. It kind of stopped all that up. So hopefully that'll be soon. That's on my end anyway. The culprit is right behind me here. So you see the leg hanging off the back there. That's my bunny. She loves to play games with me. So anyway, keep the background up because you don't need to see her bobtail all the whole video long. And she keeps me on my toes. Loves playing the games with me though. All right. Enough of that. Get back to what I'm doing. Probably messing everything up, messing the video up, but hey, whatever. Okay, going through my setup. My squadron admin. We'll start with the admin grid. I went through and assigned all of my names. Just got randoms off one line. My squadron leader, which is James Shirley, has rolled 7 victories. 3 attack dice is standard. Pulled the natural gunner. His flight roster looks as such. And I have this set up so I can have a base, keep his cards and everything shuffled. This is how I set up on Vassal to try and keep everything organized. There's a lot going on with this game. It's a good game, and I really like it. I just those of you that record know how difficult it is to do this and stay sharp and try not to pass on bad information and or make a lot of mistakes. And for some reason, as soon as you put a camera on, your brain goes to crap. So I've been avoiding it for a while, but it's time to get back in business. Anyway, Flight A. I went, Thomas's setup goes heavy on B flight, and he has a middle flight and a really raw flight. I went similar, but not as drastic. I went, I think it's 4, 3, and 2 on the trait card, base card splits, and then I gave the B flight just a little bit more in hit dice. A flight's the second strongest with 3, and just a little bit. I think they're only 2 hit dice behind B, and C flight. I only gave them 3 extra hit dice on top of there, and they get 2 vice, 2 traits, and of course we don't know what those are yet. So I just have them down as 1s. And my intent. This is like the second or third campaign I started. Part of the reason why it's taken me so long to get one online is just changing the Vassal mods on everything. It just tends to burn me out a little bit. And then I'm working on another module at the same time for off the line. And you just the mind scrambled, so I'm pretty much so stepping away from Vassal for a while. This series, I think I'll make an exception on because I'm really excited about this series, and probably off the line because I pretty well got that set down. But I think the rest of them I'm just going to step away from. I'll get back to playing a little bit, and enough of that. You guys don't need to hear this. Anyway, we have our flight set up in then 10. That's default. Turn track set up, altitude set up. Don't know the weather yet. My all this stuff will transfer over to the various other areas. So if we go into the log, we'll see the names. You only got to enter the names and the aircraft ID once. Kills will only need to be entered once down here as you're flying missions. You also see where I have staggered as best as I can the overhauls. I tried to put 2 of them on the day where somebody has the half day off. And actually, I probably should have done there's one day, it's impossible to get more than only 2 a day when you got 15 planes. So this is where I've got the 3, and I probably want to reset that to maybe like a day that's one group is. I'm just going to leave it on half day off. If you look at my this here, A flight has Mondays half day off, and we start on a Friday. Friday is C flight half day off. So I put their 2 overhauls in that day, and they'll only fly the morning sortie. Let's see here. So I'd stroll over the flight roster. As you can see, let's get this off to the side. Get the flight roster over here. I draw their plane. This is how I set mine up. This is no way, shape, or form by the book or how you should do it. This is just my way of setting it up. All this information up here is going to be entered for you. Don't mind me. I got to look down at the keyboard. I am not a typist or anything of such. I'm a mechanic. I got sausage fingers. I do the 2-finger typing with the best of them. I got the trait cards set out. This is how I keep track of everything. And we won't turn those over. I also keep the planes that are assigned to each pilot on their flight. And as long as I'm flying a flight only, this is the actual flight roster I'll take on the flight. So if, for instance, when we assign our dawn patrol, I'll probably just have A flight or C flight flying it, so I will not bother setting up an extra flight roster. Though I have one set up called the patrol roster, which is huge. What I will do is I will just fly the individual flight. Now, if it starts getting above 6 or anything like that, then I'll get a little bit more creative, and I'll pull out the patrol log. Again, just the way I do things doesn't mean it's the right way. Squadron roster automatically filled out, and except the cards, they are not automatic. And as you see, I have neglected to do that. So let's see. Chambers gets 1. Sorry, you're gonna have to sit through this. This is what I'm talking about. We're just not quite on our game here lately. I think I just burned myself out making too many modules this summer. And that happens. Trying to get back to having fun. And a vice right there. And let's get B flights in there. I really like the vice and trait cards. I think it adds a nice dimension to this. Makes your pilots more human, if that makes sense. And RPG adds the RPG to it, and I really like that. I'm an RPG guy. So my 2 cents again for what it's worth. And the only thing, it's just so much coding. And I'm not even going to call it coding. I'm not a coder, for crying out loud. Just a lot of behind the scenes work to make this information add in automatically. And I screwed that one up. Bondar, that's not a... He gets a vice. There we go. I was going to say that did not work out. There we go. All right, that's all ready to go. That's all ready to go. We can knock that down. Pull over the SOP. Oh boy, trying to think here. Make sure I've got everything. So this is what happens. You go in and you go to record, and all of a sudden your brain turns to mush. I lost my SOP and I lost my mind. There we go. Well, at least we found the SOP. The mind we'll get to later. All right, current WX. Get this up where you guys can see it a little bit better. I didn't go too high hog on the phase marker. It's just move on your own. Current forecast and again, these are not going to be in there. Current forecast and forecast weather effects. These will not be in your version of the module. And please don't ask. You'd be surprised how many people ask me for the charts. Not going to happen. Sorry. No, actually, I'm not sorry. What am I saying? All right, dice. The other thing I did was add extra RNAS and IGAS dice. Really, that should be Axis Allies, because that's never going to change. So you can put the number of dice. So if you're rolling like you got Richthofen against you, you need to roll 12, 14 dice. Just stick that in there. And just remember to change it each time you roll. But I have the nice dice tray for everything else. The weather. Roll for current weather forecast, weather effects, and forecast effects. Roll twice. We are in May, so we're going to be subtracting 1 and we're rolling 2d6. So 2d6 right there. 9 goes down to an 8. Is clear. Good. Because a couple of missions, a couple of the ones I started, and you ask why I keep starting. The problem with Vassal is every time you make a change, if you save a game, most of the changes won't take effect in the clear. And whenever there's 2 in Thomas's games, always look for a little nub or something like that underneath. In this case, it has a little gray. That's where you're defaulting to. And we're going to look for the forecast. And the forecast, we're just going to re-roll them. That's a 10, goes down to a 9. Clear again. We'll just stack them right on top of each other. You know what? I didn't even check in the rules. If I roll clear again, we'll leave it right where it's at. I think I don't know whether he's sticking on another hex or not, honestly. I got the rules here in front of me, and I could probably use the AI to make it a little bit quicker, but I'm trying to use my brain and keep it sharp. Disgusting when you don't work anymore. Your brain just isn't as sharp as it used to be. At least mine isn't. Maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's quick. Page 8. Let me double check that, see if it says anything there real quick on the forecast WX. Sorry about this. You can always just pause it, fast forward through it. Yep. altitude. It doesn't say a whole lot about rolling there. I'm not going to waste your time or my time. We're going to leave it right where it is, and I can stand corrected if it gets corrections. Let's see. So we got the weather effects done. We'll go back to our SOP. Airplane and pilot availability. The only two I have set out are, go to the airdromes. And I left, if you wonder why I have this in a drop-down menu, there are plans for more. So as the airdromes add on and I put in extensions, there'll be more in here. I already had that pulled out. There we go. I already have these two, W and T, which are the two that are due for overhaul. They're set in a B hangar. I'm sorry, guys. This is why I don't record much. I get blank sometimes. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to complain. It's just life. And let's see here. So, pilot availability for the day, too. We need to see who we got available. And so far, I've been rolling like crap on this chart, too. Pilot readiness, roll 2d6. That's a 4. Yes, my luck just continues. One random pilot is sick and cannot fly for the current game day only. Now this sucks because on the first day I really want to get to know my squadron, so my intent is to fly the complete squadron, and I can't do it now. So yeah, we're there. Sickness, one random pilot. We have 15 of them. Let's go. Actually, no, we got 16 of them because you have to include yourself in these roles. So we're going to do 1 to 16, the squadron commander being 1. And I'm going to roll 1 die, 1 16-sided die. Yeah. Number lock was off. Yep. That's a 3. I don't know. I didn't know that 111. I didn't know where that came from because I kept hitting the wrong button. RNAS dice equals 3. That's going to be squadron commander. That goes down to Leonardo Irving. We're going to put him down ill for the day. That's status ill and game day only. So it could be worse because I had the serious illness before where I had 3 days, 2 or 3 days off. So we're going to miss him for the day. And that's going to affect us because I'm pretty sure our daily orders say we've got to have a dawn, a dawn, afternoon, and an evening, or you got to have a dawn patrol, and I think it's 2 other patrols during the day. We'll get there next. Weekly and daily orders. We go to the, again, these are not going to be in the module for you guys, so don't look for them there. Goodness gracious, Gregorio. That was what my wife always used to tell me. I just saw it. Where are my... Maybe I don't have them in... Yeah, we do. It's down below it. Good Lord, Greg. I know I saw them. Initial news. I'm not going to read it to you, but these are very important. You guys need to read these because they kind of tell you... I've already read the... English is my first language. I will get this yet. It's only been 60 years, so give me a break. I've only read them a few times starting out this scenario, so I know them. I don't need to reread them. but it's a very interesting read, and sometimes it sets the stage for what your weekly and your news orders on. And these are in your supplemental book or in your main book, depending on whether you bought off of Blue Panther the Deluxe or whether you bought off the Avon and Avon. We're rare form today, Amazon or the Blue Panther regular. But news, read your news. Week one news kind of fills you in. It also tells you in here if there is weekly orders. Orders in week one. Week one daily orders and special orders. There are no weekly orders for game week one. So Friday the 18th of May, which is the day we're flying, we need a dawn patrol. And for this, if you guys will notice when you start the game up, and I'm trying to keep track of this because every time I redo this, I have to redo the whole game. I just copy and paste this to a new game and start it. But I have this set up so you can set up your flight data for each day, as Thomas did in the rule box, and I just set mine up in this scenario, and I keep it in the public so you can get in there and copy it anytime you want. So the date is the 18th of May. And again, it's going to take me a while to, and I got to look too. 1927, I'm thinking my baseball game there. Current weather effects clear. Current forecast clear. This is already starting out as one of my better days because I got a lot of those really bad weather. Weekly orders, there are none. Daily orders, we are going to get a dawn patrol and two times LP during the day. Now, normally, what I would do is, if we got a bad forecast, I will fly. I didn't save that neither. Oh, good Lord. I will fly the noon and afternoon and not take a risk with the evening. And I'm probably going to do that anyway. But plan your commitments around the weather if you possibly can. If you got bad weather forecast, get all your plans in early. So we're going to have a dawn patrol and two times LP during the day. All right, so dawn LP. I did forget to put the dawn patrol. Dawn LP. No, that's what I'm doing. I'm abbreviating, and I shouldn't be abbreviating because LPG, that's gas. We don't need no gas unless somebody had too much drink in the night before. So that's a line patrol for dawn. Now, dawn patrol, the group that is in overhaul is dawn. These guys are going to be my, and actually I can open all of them and do this. Dawn. All 5 of them guys are going to fly. And that's going to be sea flight. And actually I don't have, I can get it in front of me. Thomas's nice setup, because I like to set this up. It's good for information, and this note can go on and on, so you can save it with your game. There we go. Try and keep all this together. So sea flight, don't need that, and we're going to go with, get that over here. I can see it, you guys can't. Flight leader is going to be FSL. I don't need to put FSL down. Flight leader. And that's going to be... And I just control paste. Because I'm lazy. And he's going in... his T is getting overhauled. So he's going to take somebody else's plane for the time being. So one of the new guys, which I consider to be one of the fifth pilots for each one. So we're going to put him in plane M. Yep. I can't type. I warned you. All right, in M, and so we've got to make sure we have that organized. Get this organized while we're doing that. So we're on C, not A. T and W. I'm going to take and put them in the squat on the aerodrome so I don't mix it up. And I did that again. I have that already out, and I lost it. Lost it a long time ago. I did. We'll put that right there. That's them too. So we're going to grab M. Fortunately, I had that in a hangar. I don't have to... and that's from B flight. He's going to be taking out M. And I may not ever use that, but I sincerely doubt it. This game's pretty brutal and rolling up opposition. So you're going to get something. Next up is getting too many windows. There we go. Don't need the dice. We're just getting everything ready here. Oh, and Control V, and he is in Taylor. Taylor has not Taylor. Moore. Moore is in Y. He has his own plane. I'm out of whack again on this. I'm still remembering this. So Marcus Logan, Control C, he has got his own plane, and that is Z. And then Ronan Withers, he is in, and he will take H from A flight. We'll move H on over to his. The guys are saying you better bring my plane back in one piece too. And last is Bondar. And he is in V, his plane. All right. Actually, I'm going to start designating everybody right now on this schedule so I know what's going on. I will put Noon Patrol. I'm going to put the A flight on Noon Patrol. And I don't have to designate whether my squadron commander is going to fly until that time or not, but I'll probably have him go up in that flight. He's scheduled to go in C. Irving is scheduled to go up in I. And I did what Thomas said. Anybody that, until I started running in the doubles, gets the plane with their last name, and if they had if the last name and first name were already taken, I put them in XYZ or something along them lines. So that's why you see weird ones. I did actually have a random pilot with a Z before. Yep, I know. I'm not the brightest. There's something about putting a camera onto it. Camera makes it just, you're just really out of whack. I guess you're concentrating too much. It's kind of like the story of when I was young. My mom told me, she used to always tell me, don't spill your milk. And I'd always spill my milk. And my grandmom told her, quit telling him to always spill his milk. He's thinking about it all the time. And that makes it like he's concentrating so much on doing it that he's spilling it. So if you don't say anything, he's not going to be thinking about it, and it'll be all right. Sure enough, that fixed it. Well, I guess being on camera is the same thing. You're very self-aware, so you're concentrating harder, probably harder than you should. And sometimes I get comfortable with a game and I don't feel the pressure. I'm not yet comfortable with this game, so I do feel the pressure. And I just don't want to mess up, and I don't want to give it a bad name. And Marcus is in M. So M's going to get double duty, and I may have to reassign planes as I go along, and we're not going to have an evening patrol. And I really don't feel comfortable playing the live mission. Where are we at on this video? I got it buried under everything. We are at 31 minutes, so I better call it a day there. We're getting ready to do the that was the patrol plan. We're getting ready to do special orders. Actually, we better do the special orders while we're at it. And I don't remember how to do that. So we're gonna have to figure that one out real quick. Rolling for special orders, and I forget how to do that. Boy, I have not played this for a week or two. I was concentrating on the module, the other modules. That's my problem. That's my issue. It's too much. Oh, that's right. Shuffle the turn duration deck and draw one. So, thank you, Thomas, for having the nice play aid there. If drawing at takeoff, special orders, none. So, we don't get a special order. And actually, I almost would rather a special order. I don't know what I did with that card. Now I don't know what I did with much anything. I hit undo too often. Phase order to up 5. Still got our forecast and everything set up. We don't have... I'm going to have to redraw. I did get the card back in there. Special orders, take off, none. That might be. Let me double check this. I'm going to pause this real quick. That may be if drawn at takeoff special orders, and then none may be something else. I forget, and I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to double check it. So it is what it is. You get what you pay for on my channel. I'll be right back, guys. See, that's just a matter of me reading too much. If drawn at takeoff, special orders, none. It's quite simple. I don't know why I made that as complicated as I did. No special orders. Basically, if it would say, I'll draw one up here because it's not going to hurt. I'm going to, darn it. I think I have that. We'll test that while I'm at it too. There we go. That would be Dawn Patrol special orders. So. Yeah, reshuffle. There we go. My reshuffle does work. All right. So we don't have special orders, and now we got to find exactly what our order is. And probably should have rolled this earlier, but I think I should have done that probably on the patrol plan, but we're going to do it right now. All right, a D26. Clean that up. D26. Well, we just roll the 2D6 and we do the 44, which is actually, no. I have it up here. It's not a D26. 16. Yeah. Gilloway, Dadazil, and Passchendaele. Passchendaele, I remember. So the other thing I did was I added in, oh, come on, markers so that you could mark your target areas. So we got to do a line patrol from, no, actually I'm wrong on that. I apologize. D6 for line patrol. We got line patrols, not offensive patrols. Getting ahead of myself. All right, we'll get rid of that. Clean that up. Do a D6. And that's 5. The brewery to Oxford Circus, 3 flights each direction. Good, that'll give me. So, brewery to Oxford Circus. Don't know why I'm having trouble with that. And I hope to play this game enough to where I remember all this stuff. So I don't have to look too far for it. There's the brewery right there. And I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to make it yellow, I think, to make it a little easier for me to see. I know some guys can't see red and the likes of that. So, and the other thing I'm going to do is add a pass. No, clear. You add the passes as you go. I got a little confused on that one. It's not the first time that happened. Let's clone that one. And I touched it. I shouldn't have done that. And Oxford Circus. So we're going to take both of those and we got to clear out the passes. Remove pass. And I made these shift selects so you're not constantly selecting them. What you do, you do get to, you don't have to select it to add your pass. So this is where we're going to be going. We're going to be doing an line patrol from the brewery to Oxford Circus 3 times. And we're going to go ahead and put that in our notes too, because we tend to forget things. So let's do this. All right, and that will have us set up for takeoff, and I better stop this right there because we're about 45 minutes now, I think. And I'm not very confident. I want to fly a mission or two before I start recording these, just to get the, as you see, I still have a lot of kinks to work out. And I will be playing this today. And I may record it. If the recording shows up, it's because I didn't record. It didn't falter a whole lot, and I feel fairly confident about it. And if it doesn't show up, you'll know why. I stuttered a lot. I stumbled a lot, and kind of like I did in this one. You guys have a great day or a great night. Thanks for joining me. This is Black Flight, my first official campaign. Like I said, it started oh goodness, 3 or 4 of them. It's enough to burn you out when you're starting up, restarting up, restarting up, restarting up, making changes. So hopefully this one sticks, because I haven't had any trouble and I haven't had any negative feedback on the module yet. So thanks for joining me, guys. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the day and go out and get this game. It is a great one. And we will see you next time.